The clip that you're about to see is special. It is a special kind of stupid. So, Dave Rubin really, really breaks his brain here, trying to get his mind around the trans issue. This is glorious. You guys are going to enjoy this.
Man, if you think all of this stuff can be solved by just adjusting testosterone and puberty blockers and all of these things, it's like, well, if you had a little boy who was effeminate, how about we just give him more testosterone? I don't know the full science behind that, but if instead of saying, oh, let's transition you to the other gender, which is a pretty big lift, how about maybe we just give you a little more testosterone? I don't know the full science.
That's kind of interesting.
But the idea of it is sort of interesting, right?
It is.
Man, if you...
So Dave Rubin is gay, and, you know, he seems to think, look, this is just how I am. I can't change it. That'd be ridiculous to change it. How could I change it? That's the silliest thing that anybody's ever said or thought. Like, he's very comfortable with the fact that he's gay. This would be like if we went to Dave Rubin and said, look, man, I know you're gay, but why don't we just expose you to, like, the most beautiful, attractive women naked that you can imagine? That'll make you straight, right? He'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I am attracted to men. Well, it's the same thing with the trans issue. The reason why trans girls want estrogen and want to go in the female direction is because that's them reaffirming their identity. That's them being true to themselves. So if you give them testosterone, that's only going to make them feel more alien and more weird and further away from what they actually are in their core. Now, for some reason, Dave Rubin understands this when it comes to gay issues because he's gay, so the idea of changing that strikes him as preposterous. It strikes him as impossible. But for trans issues, he sees it as possible. So in other words, he doesn't really believe trans people that they're trans. He thinks like, no, if you were born biologically male, let's just pump you full of more testosterone and then make you extra male. No, that'll make them even more miserable because it's further away from how they view themselves and how they identify. God, he is so stupid. You would think, given the fact that he's gay, he would pause for a minute and realize, like, hold on, this is just how I am. There's no changing this. So why wouldn't that same logic apply on trans issues? Why wouldn't it apply? Jesus Christ. And Megyn Kelly going right along with, yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. They've never had a conversation with any trans person in their life. It's very obvious. Years ago, there was a viewer of Secular Talk who reached out to me, and they're trans. And, you know, I was asking the basic questions, and they were very, you know, accommodating and willing to explain to me, like, you know, what it's like. And from their perspective, they said, look, the second I acknowledged who and what I am, and I moved in that direction, instantly I felt better. Now, I don't know, is that the case for all of them? I have no idea. But in this instance, it was. And so it kind of strikes me as a very straightforward thing that the more you live in harmony with who you really are and what you really feel, the better off you're going to be. And what Dave Rubin is advocating here is the exact opposite of that. So anyway, I hope those checks are worth it, Dave. I hope spewing garbage right-wing arguments repeatedly is something that makes you very comfortable. It makes you sleep like a baby at night.